guys, welcome back. I got a message last night of a little friend of mine asking if I could talk about brushes, so I asked her what she wanted to see, and I think we came to the conclusion that she just wanted an insight on makeup brushes, what brushes are like essential to have, I guess, in your makeup bag. I thought instead of going through all my brushes, I do have a lot, I've just collected them over time. I thought instead of me going through all my brushes that I have and picking different ones from different brands and different sets and being like, oh, I love this one from BH Cosmetics, I love this one from Body Shop, I love this one from so and so, I don't think that's realistic, because if that certain brush can only be from that certain set, then you're going to be going and buying loads of different sets. I thought I'd have a look at all the brushes that I have and single out one set that I feel will give you everything you need for a full face. I came to the conclusion that this is a really good brush set. It's by BH Cosmetics, it's their rose gold set, and it is from America, but don't let that put you off, because they actually deliver faster, I thought, than some of the places in England. So it is $20, which is £13 in British money, and the delivery is around $9, but it evens out at about £5, which is good, because I've paid more than that from a certain clothing brand, and they cost me $6.99, which is ridiculous. Yours clothing. Some of the brushes in here are eyeshadow brushes, so I'm not going to waste my time going through every single eyeshadow brush because I don't feel like it's essential. So in this set you get 15 brushes. This is what it looks like. I'm going to apologise now, they're not clean. I am cleaning my brushes at the minute, and as you can see I have a lot and it takes a lot of time. I'll get round to it. I'm going to start off by going through each brush, saying what it's called and what it's meant to be for, and some of the brushes have a purpose, but I don't always use it for that purpose. I'm going to talk about what I use them for as well. So this is the first brush in the collection. They are really good brushes for the price. I mean, I've paid £15 for one brush before and I'm not even happy with that. Like, oh, let me see. This brush here by Real Techniques cost me £15. Actually, I didn't buy it. Thank you, Jamie, for paying £15 for this. Yeah, £13 for a full set of 15 brushes. They're actually really good quality. I really recommend it. So this is a standard powder brush. It's a really good size. It holds powder really well. Setting powder, like loose powder. Here we have I have all these written down. This is an angled blush and powder brush. So again, it's a really good size. I would just use it for my blush, or I'd probably use it for my bronzer, and I think it's a pretty good brush for highlighter as well, so just for these areas. Next, this is just a standard foundation brush. I tend to use a different one for my foundation now, but when I first started off doing foundation, this is the brush that I used to use. Now I use a more dense, bigger brush, because I do have a big face. When you're starting off with foundation, I mean, some people use their hands. I still use my hands now and again, but always make sure that you wash them first, because it's bad for spreading bacteria. But sometimes I think I ain't got time to be messing around with getting different brushes out and stuff. I guess if you've got them all in a set, then it's a lot easier. But when you've got a big bowl, well, it's actually a plant pot like I have, it's a bit difficult. Now we're coming on to the eye area. So in this set you get a variety of different eye brushes, and if I'm honest, instead of using specific brushes for specific purposes, I kind of just go with it, and like if I see a brush that could actually help me do what I'm trying to do at that moment, then I'll use it. I won't think, oh, that is a tapered blending brush and I cannot use it for the whole of my eye. No, I don't do that. If I've got it and it's clean, I'll use it. Actually, ironically, the next brush is a tapered blending brush. So this is a blending brush. This is what you go over your eye with, just to blend it in so that it doesn't look like a harsh line. So it kind of just like takes that line away and just makes it look like you're meant to have blue, purple and yellow eyes. So it just takes away that line and it just makes it look a lot more presentable than having a big harsh line. Then we have the classic shadow brush. So your classic shadow is just to apply colour over your eyelid. This is a bigger one. In the set you do get a smaller one as well. So the bigger one I would probably use when I'm doing the more stage makeup. So when I did my Ursula tutorial. Next we have the angled shadow brush, which is this one. As you can see, it's dirty. Right, so this brush is what I would use so that my shadow is more on an angle like that rather than rounded round, if that makes sense. I really can't explain it, but it's just I guess it's more precision with my eyeshadow. So that's that one. This is the curved shading brush. Now this is something that I'd use in my crease. So when I want to add a colour into my eye, so like say I've done my base and that's like pink, but I want purple in my crease, so I just go along my crease like this with that, and then that'd deliver like a really nice gradient of colour. So then it'd be like pink and then it'd fade into purple sort of thing, and then I blend it with the blending brush. And yeah, so that's what that's for. I quite like this brush actually. I think it's thin enough to fit in your lid where it's not like it doesn't irritate it. Next we have a small tapered blending brush. So again, I would use this like I'd use a normal blending brush. I think you might have a bit more control with this when spreading the colour because it's more dense. So if you have got like a harsh colour, have more control on spreading, where the other blending brush isn't very dense. I'm really bad at explaining things, but I hope this is helping. Next we have this small tapered smudging brush. I would personally use this for when I've done my eyeshadow. Instead of putting eyeliner on, sometimes I put a thin line of black eyeshadow along here, and this would be so I could smudge it out, so it'd create more of a smoky look. Next we have the small classic shadow. I'm not going to explain this very much because I've talked about the big one. It does the same thing as the big one but covers less of a surface area. Right, we're finished with the eyeshadow brushes. Now we have a angled liner brush. So this is what I would use when I'm doing my gel eyeliner. So because it's on an angle, it makes it so much easier to create the winged eyeliner like what I've got now. This is the brush I've used to do this today. This is also what I would use to do the black eyeshadow that I was just talking about as well. It's just really precise and it can create a really good line. This next brush is the small detailing brush. I use it for concealer, and I use it for when I've done my eyebrows and I put the concealer underneath. I use this because it's small enough just to outline my brow. This next one is the fine liner brush. So again, you can use this for your eyeliner. I also use it as a lip liner as well. I struggle with anything thicker than this to do lip liner if I'm not using a pencil. So if I wanted to create like an ombre lip, I would use this. We're nearly done, guys. I will shut up soon. Next we have the brow and lash grooming. This is just to shape your brow. So for me, this isn't something that's really useful for me because I really don't have a brow. I wish I did, but I don't. This is just to put the hair of your brow wherever you'd like it. And then the last brush of the collection is the Spoolie. Now this is also for your brow. So if you wanted to create the look in the brow where it sort of fades and then becomes darker, this is perfect. What I do with it is when I've done my eyebrows, I'd brush this over this bit and it creates the graduation where it's faded because it's taken away off the product, but it's still leaving enough so that you know it's there. So this is like a really good brush to have, and I've been looking for ages for one of these. I think one of the main reasons I bought this set is because it had one of these in it, and I was contemplating even washing a mascara just so I could get this spoolie. but yeah, I never did that. But I finally have one, and it's pretty good. So that's that brush set, guys. So I hope this has helped somebody. I would recommend getting this set. This is a brilliant set if you're starting out. It's got all your essentials plus a little bit extra. I think it's brilliant value for money. I think it works out at less than £1 a brush, which I don't know anywhere you can get that. Please tell me what you think. I know I'm crap at describing, and I know that I talk too much, so you don't have to tell me that. I will work on it. Please subscribe. Please like my Facebook page. Please follow me on Instagram. And I will promise I will love you forever, because networking is something that I am really struggling with right now. Thank you for watching.